All right, well, we have established contact now with Congressman Blake Farenthold. And Blake, what are your thoughts as the president is heading toward you?
Well, we've got a group of county judges and mayors from the affected area, along with Senator Cornyn and Representative Todd Hunter, here to brief the president and the First Lady, along with Governor Mrs. Abbott. We've got the Coast Guard here, we've got the Red Cross here, we've got folks from AEP. Obviously, restoring power is of the utmost concern. And I think we're going to make it clear to the president what dire needs we have down here. And with everything focused on Houston right now and the ongoing rescue efforts there, we want to make sure that this area, the devastation that places like Port Aransas and Rockport, Aransas Pass on up the coast to Port Lavaca and Victoria have suffered, is not forgotten.
Right, right. And there, a number of public officials here have expressed certainly the potential for that to happen, but this visit today has to make you feel pretty good in that he is taking time and that this was his first stop.
I think it's important that he came down here. He carefully scheduled his trip so as to have minimal interference with any ongoing efforts at recovery. Now, they're still, you look at Port Aransas, I'm sitting next to the mayor of Port Aransas, right down from C.J. Wax, the mayor of Rockport, and they're away from what they need to be doing, but he's trying to make an effort to be as little disruption as possible, because obviously, as you can see through some of the video, the law enforcement resources that it takes for the president to move are pretty intense.
Yeah, indeed. And what is your take, Blake, on why the president has chosen to go to Annaville? I mean, I've been talking here about their involvement with Texas Task Force 1 and so forth, but any other reasons?
I think it was nearby to the airport. We're trying to be respectful of the president's time and out of the way, again, of ongoing operations.
But have they had enough contact there? Well, I guess it's also kind of a meeting place where those public officials that you just mentioned would be able to brief the president directly without necessarily having him go to the location. So I guess
I might have chosen a place with better air conditioning than the garage of a fire department, but as you'll probably see from the video, from the pool feed that will be coming, it's a pretty dramatic backdrop for the president. It shows some of the resources that are available. I see Senator Cruz just walked in.
Senator Cruz is there as well?
Yes, he is. Senator Cornyn is here as well. Senator Cruz just walked in.
Okay. Well, this is quite momentous. You've been here a long time yourself, and I'm trying to remember presidential visits in the past, and I remember President Reagan in 1984, but that may be the last one to actually visit Corpus Christi proper. Would you agree with that?
We've had some presidents on the campaign trail down here, but for any sort of official business, I think that President Johnson, was it during Celia? President Bush, I think, was down here, or in Texas at least, as part of some disaster relief.
He was in Texas. I don't think he was in Corpus Christi as a sitting.
No, he was not in Corpus Christi.
Yeah,
he was in Texas.
Yeah, not as a sitting president. But we've had a precious few, actually. Johnson during Celia, that was before my time. So okay, very good. It doesn't happen very often. So this is significant, if only for that reason.
Well, I'm a little disappointed I was stuck at the fire station, even though I am going to get some time to visit with the president, but I would love to have that picture of Air Force One parked at Corpus Christi International Airport. I'm sure I'll be able to find plenty of these in it, but I would have liked to have that in my personal collection.
All right. Well, I know that a lot of folks are anxiously awaiting his arrival there in Annaville. Shouldn't be too long now, and I guess, Blake, we will let you go and do what you need to do.
Got Mayor McCone here if you got a second and want to talk to him about what he's planning on saying on behalf of the mayors.
I'm sorry, what was that, Blake? I missed that.
Yeah, I say I have Mayor McComb sitting next to me if you'd like to visit with him for a second.
I would, actually, yes.
All right, let me pass the phone over.
All right.
Joe,
Thank you, Congressman.
Joe,
We appreciate that. Mayor Joe McComb, can you hear me?
hello?
Hi, Mayor. How you doing? It's Joe Gazen. We're live on the air.
Sir.
And what are your thoughts as the president is about to come to Annaville there? We don't get many presidential visits, as we've been talking about.
No, you don't, and we're extremely pleased that he's coming down. I think he's going to hear a very favorable report in terms of the operations in a devastated area, and I think that is because of all the cooperation that we need to convey to him that we're doing locally, and it's just been amazing. And his presence here, I think, sends a signal to all of the different agencies at the federal and state level that he's here to help, and he's here to help as quickly as possible, and hopefully we can reduce as much bureaucratic hurdles in order to get the help to the people that need it.
Right, and I think there was some talk about competition now because of all that's going on in Houston and all that might go on in Louisiana if Tropical Storm Harvey continues in that direction, as we think it will. And this has to be considered a pretty good sign that, at the very least, because he stopped here first, that the federal government and the president are keenly aware of the need that exists here.
Well, I think that's true, and also I think they've probably got enough understanding that, what it takes to move the president from spot to spot right now in Houston probably just doesn't need to be diverting manpower to a presidential visit. In a few days he might be able to go back. We've gotten over our initial shock. We've still got a long way to go, but this would be a birth to do that. So I think that was out of courtesy to them, not to distract them from their number one priority, and that's life saving. So I applaud him for that. And but the federal government's big. We'll find out how big it is because we've got Texas, we've got Louisiana. I have no idea where this storm's going.
Well,
they're telling me the motorcade's coming in, so we got to turn the phones off.
Okay, well, very good.
Right.
And, Mayor McComb, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Yes, we are watching live video here of the motorcade arriving in Annaville, the presidential motorcade arriving there in Annaville. You're watching that as we are, as the president will ultimately make his way into the volunteer fire department building there. And let's go over to Michael Gibson, who